As some of you may have watched the press conference last night with President Barack Obama speaking to the nation and to the press, we here at Break Room Live have decided we'd take a few questions, focus on them, and actually translate, I guess you would say, what's at the core of the answer, what's really going on.
Well, Obama has to be tactful and political when responding to questions. And you don't always get to read between the lines, and that's what basically he's saying. It's the essence.
Right, the essence. We're extrapolating the essence from the process. First, we'll start with Chuck Todd's ridiculous question.
Some have compared this financial crisis to a war, and in times of war, past presidents have called for some form of sacrifice. Some of your programs, whether from Main Street or Wall Street, have actually cushioned the blow for those that were irresponsible during this economic period of prosperity or supposed prosperity that you were talking about. Why, given this new era of responsibility that you're asking for, why haven't you asked for something specific that the public should be sacrificing to participate in this economic recovery?
Well, let me take that question in a couple of phases.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that sort of sums it up. This next question during the press conference is, I believe, Ed Henry on passing this on to his children and the next president.
You keep saying that you've inherited a big fiscal mess. Do you worry, though, that your daughters, not to mention the next president, will be inheriting an even bigger fiscal mess if the spending goes out of control?
Of course I do, Ed, which is why we're doing everything we can to reduce that deficit. Look, if this were easy, then we would have already had it done, and the budget would have been voted on, and everybody could go home.
I like how he says Buster.
Buster.
Yeah, this is crisis management time, Buster. Like he, even when you see the essence of what he's saying, even when you see the mean, the nasty, aggressive part, it's still somewhat polite, Buster.
Buster, not asshole.
As opposed to face,
bag. I don't think. Sometimes I get very frustrated with certain questions. I get very frustrated with people in general. I mean, we voted for him. This is a crisis management presidency. It is so clear to me on so many levels that we are all so deeply f***ed. And there's a lot of things that we would like him to do, and there are a lot of things he can and can't do. But for Christ's sake, let's let him do his job. Am I right?
Well, no, it's not just about that. It's just dumb questions. I mean, they didn't ask any point. There's one more question from Ed Henry that, again, it's just a stupid question. And, you know, they could have asked about the Geithner plan that was rolled out. They could ask about, there's a myriad of other things they could ask. But
well, I think they're rusty. They're rusty. They're not used to even asking questions that appear to have any depth.
They're not used to asking questions where they think that anybody's going to give them an answer. But here's Ed Henry again.
Gee, why did you wait days to come out and express that outrage? It seems like the action is coming out of New York and the Attorney General's office. It took you days to come public with Secretary Geithner and say, look, we're outraged. Why did it take so long?
It took us a couple of days because I like to know what I'm talking about before I speak.
Actually, both those were good. He almost was saying, well, you shut the up.